Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. This is your host Ram on the cricket show, Cricket Happenings today. Um, as usual, the week's cricket show, as we all know. So, I'm going to talk about the cricket that went on in this week. So, first, we will have a look at the South Africa versus India ODI series. Again, if you look at it, the big names from India were missing. As far as South Africa were concerned, they also had a lot of big names missing, with the bowlers not playing, some key batsmen not playing. And if you look at that series, the India would be Indian captain KL Rahul would be very pleased with what happened, because one thing that I can tell you is that India went on to win the ODI series against South Africa 2-1. So basically, one can say they won the T20 series, they won the ODI series, which is definitely a big plus for India, especially considering the fact more psychological win for India. It's not only psychological, but I would say it is something where the young talent has been put to the fore. I mean, we can say this is the third a C team which has come here with sans all the big names, and the way they have really progressed, and the way they have done it really is extremely commendable. And India won the won this ODI series 2-1. So definitely great credit to them. As I said, it's not easy. If you have seen in the past that any side which goes abroad really has a bit of a struggle, because you have to, acclimatize, and you have to get used to the pitches. But and South African pitches are basically fast and bouncy. So this is a great credit for India. I reckon. And also, India had an opportunity to thrust in some new blokes into the mix as well, like Rajat Patidar, who played a spunky knock of 22 in the third ODI. Sai Sudarshan was someone who was a revelation. Sai Sudarshan is someone who played in the English county cricket even before getting into international cricket, and that really says a lot about this young, precocious talent. And look at what he did. He reeled off 250s as well. Sanju Samson coming good in the final ODI against South Africa. And Sanju Samson is somebody who has been a question mark because of his consistency. Even in the Mushtaq Ali tournament, he did not score a lot of runs. So there was a lot of speculation as to what's going to happen. But Sanju Samson, the innings that he played on against South Africa in the third ODI was a sort of a master knock, one could call. And the reason I say that is because Sanju Samson bided his time well, gave respect to the good balls. But if any bad ball had come, he dispatched them. So probably he changed his batting approach a bit, and that really reflected on this knock. And this was his maiden ODI ton. As I said, the consistency has been lacking. So this would be a knock which should go a long way for Sanju Samson in the future. And the selectors might have to really think about Sanju Samson now. Even though I don't think one inning, but definitely this innings was something which really showed the stature of the player. KL Rahul, the captain, as I said, led his troops well. And Tilak Verma also got his maiden 50. He was struggling. Tilak Verma, there was a bit of doubt as to why Tilak Verma, who showed so much of promise early on, was really struggling. But he really came up with the goods at the right time, combining. And also, he also showed normally Tilak Verma doesn't require any sighters. He goes bang on from the first ball. But here, Tilak Verma had to really resuscitate the Indian innings at 101 for 3 in the 19th over. And he gave admirable company to Sanju Samson in doing so and stitching together a partnership which paved the way for India, putting a massive score of 296 for 8. I wouldn't say massive in ODIs. 296 is normal, according to me. So definitely, but that was a good score on this particular pitch. Rinku Singh. Now, Rinku Singh has gone from strength to strength. They gave him a chance. They gave him a chance in the one-day ODI format, and here also Rinku Singh has shown that he's absolutely equal to the task. He did it in the T20. Well, we all know his what he can do with the bat, and here comes Rinku Singh in the ODIs, also showing what a useful batsman he can be. Other than that, if you and also let's talk about the South African bowling. For South Africa, also Nandre Burger, according to me, has been a real find for them. Left arm. What one has seen from Nandre Burger is that he has the ability to move the ball both ways, which in itself is a wonderful trait to have. And besides that, he has a wonderful bouncer. He has a very sharp bouncer, and I can tell you that this bouncer, the bouncer that he bowls, can get even the best batsman in trouble because it comes in a bit awkward way, and one has to really watch. And we had some of the Indian players really, I would say, just hanging the bat in a very limp manner. So one could say that Burger is real quality bowling. Lizard Williams, yes, he did his job. Bjorn Hendricks, they all did their job. Other than that, I wouldn't say much about the South African bowling, but for me, Nandre Burger has been the sort of real find for them, and he's going to go a long way in South African cricket. Looking at the South African batting, let's talk about Tony Zorzi. Now, Tony Zorzi, looking at his hairstyle, young bloke, but he has really modeled himself. As far as the hairstyle is concerned, I can only remember the late Aussie dashing all-rounder Andrew Symonds, who passed away. And Andrew Symonds had an hairstyle which was something like that. And that is what Tony... So I immediately talked about Andrew Symonds of Australia and Tony de Zorzi. And what is Tony de Zorzi is that if you look at them, I think even the height and the weight, probably Andrew Symonds was a bit more stone on him, but Tony de Zorzi is a bit lighter in weight, I suppose, but is as tall as well. And what one has seen about Tony Zorzi is that he is someone. He susses up the situation very well. If he gets a chance that he can really fire and he feels that he can really take on the bowling, he's never shy to do. And we saw that against India. And besides that, another trait about Tony de Zorzi is that if he susses that the pitch is a bit slow and we have to play some percentage cricket, he is definitely there to do so. And what a way from him! I mean, getting his maiden ODI ton and then going on to make 81. So definitely, Tony Zorzi has started making noises as far as international cricket is concerned. And he's to me, he's looking an exciting cricketer to me because I like that vibe of Tony Zorzi. Reza Hendricks, now he has to definitely take up the mantle of the opening spot with Quinton de Kock gone. And then other than that, I'm not going to talk about any experienced players here. Bjorn Hendricks has done his job. He's a very useful all-rounder to have who can chip in with both the bat and the ball. The bowling for India, Mukesh Kumar, a bit of a disappointment, one could call. But Asdeep Singh, what a performance. Look at what English county cricket experience can do. He went and played some English county cricket, came back as a better bowler because we have seen that Asdeep Singh has been a bit short when it comes to death overs. But here, he has shown a lot of improvement, and that has all come about because of playing in the English County Cricket League. and getting all those valuable experiences playing with different types of players. And here he comes, delivers time and again, and that's the precise reason with a match. I mean, the other day he took 5 wickets, but that was on a pitch which was really helping. But on a pitch like this, where he went on to take 9 overs, unmade, and 30 runs and 4 wickets, that really shows that what Arshdeep Singh is made of. So definitely, and it was good to see Washington Sundar back into the mix, bowling 10 overs for 38 runs. So definitely, all in all, this Indian talented side has really made India feel very proud, because it shows that India has a lot of reserve talent in the tank. As I said, the big names are missing, and now the focus will shift on to the test match arena, and that is going to be with all the big names coming in. Kohli probably has gone for a family emergency, but Rohit Sharma is back. He will be opening with the other exciting batting prospect. Yashasvi Jaiswal already has a maiden century test done against the West Indies in West Indies. So definitely one is looking out for the test series, because the test series should be a real cruncher, with both the sides getting back all their original and top batsmen into the mix. That should be the real battle. But definitely, one thing I can say, that getting used to the pitch is not going to be an issue, because by looking at the way they have played, I think that is besides the issue, one could call. And I'm sure this Indian team, this time in South Africa, is going to put up a much better performance. Right. Now, I'm going to let's go into the West Indies versus England series, which was very well fought. It was a mouth-watering contest. In fact, England came back. I mean, West Indies won the mouth-watering series, the 5-match series, 3-2, with the decider being a bit of a tame affair after England came back heavily with those Phil Salt cracking 2 centuries, and first getting his maiden ODI ton, maiden T20 ton, and then going on to make another T20 ton, the fourth T20, and England racking up some record scores in T20 cricket. Even after doing that, but in the final they really faltered, with the West Indies really showing their power, and West Indies are really showing what they are made of. And under Darren Sammy, they are looking like real champions, according to me, and they would definitely be looking forward to the T20 World Cup, which is going to be played in their homeland and the United States. So definitely lot to look out for the West Indies, and they have some very, very good bunch of players. And with Andre Russell coming in the mix, that has absolutely strengthened the team to a great extent. And here he comes batting. Yes, he did his bit, but as far as bowling was concerned, he really showed what a useful bowler he can be. And Phil Salt, my word, what batting! I mean, he has already broken the record for the highest score by an England batsman in T20 cricket. I think going past Alex Hales, I reckon. And Phil Salt, 2 back-to-back T20 centuries, and one really feels for Phil Salt that there are absolutely no takers for him in the Indian Premier League 2024, which is a T20 league. So I really feel sorry for Phil Salt. I only hope that there is some change of mind. There is some situation which is probably happens, and which really makes some franchisee or one of the franchisees really reconsider and see whether they can accommodate Phil Salt in their ranks, because to me he would be a marvelous addition to any franchisee league that he will play for. So that is going to be very interesting to watch. And And Will Jacks, well, he has not been consistent. Yes, he didn't get a full England contract, which was a shame, according to me. It's not a shame, I would say. As I say, I'm not a critic, but Will Jacks probably didn't get the contract, which probably surprised me with his batting potential that he's shown, even though. He still played some spanking knocks. I mean, he's another one does not deserve. I mean, what do you call? Does not does not need any sighters as he really smokes the ball. And Harry Brook really played his part. And other than that, we had Rehan Ahmed really showing his potential with the ball as to what a wonderful bowler he can be for the future. Reece Topley has been pretty impressive with his bowling. And if you look at the West Indian bowling, Andre Russell for me has really stood out. Akil Hussain has always been someone that you can look out to. And also Gudakesh Moti has been a sort of a revelation. And Gudakesh Moti was the player of the match in this final T20. The batting, Brandon King, I thought could have been more consistent. Then Shai Hope, the captain. Shai Hope, not the captain. He was the captain of the ODI. So, but Shai Hope has done a wonderful job. I mean, he has been taking the mantle on himself, and every time he has been there for the West Indies. So that really says about Shai Hope. Puran not looking extremely good. I mean, probably looking good in patches, one could call. We require much better consistency from Nicholas Puran. Roman Powell, the captain, he did his job that he was expected to. And finally, it was, as I said, it was a mouth-watering T20 series. And finally, West Indies were the ones who were the victors. Now, just talking about yesterday's game, I mean, you know that New Zealand won the first two ODIs in Bangladesh, in a very convincing manner. But look at the third ODI yesterday in McLean Park in Napier, which really had a lot of carry, a lot of good bounce, a lot of good pace. I mean, it was, I think it was absolutely tailor-made for the bowlers, especially so one could say probably the toss was very crucial there with Bangladesh actually, putting New Zealand in, probably looking at that wicket with a lot of grass on the wicket. And I thought the captain, Najmul Hussain Shanto, is a young captain and also a very, very gung-ho captain, I would call him. I think Bangladesh captaincy is in very, very good hands right now, in my opinion. And he's a youngster, and I think he's a good cricket thinker, according to me, from little that I've seen of him. And here he comes, now Shanto inserting New Zealand in, and look, the bowlers supporting him in a tremendous manner. Tanzim Hassan Saqib, I mean, when I've seen him get a match in the World Cup against India, I was impressed right away when I saw this bloke bowling in India against the Indians. He had some vital wickets over there, and that was the time I definitely said that this bloke, if you are going to give him an helpful wicket, he is going to be a real handful, and he has shown that. That is showing very good maturity. And besides that, another thing about Tanzim Hassan Saqib, which I can see, I think he probably might not have the greatest of build as a fast bowler, but I like that body language of Tanzim Hassan Saqib. He has that sort of a real paceman's aggro when he's bowling. And really, I thought he bowled excellently. I mean, he was the player of the match, and he was the one who was instrumental, not solely instrumental. It was absolute teamwork as far as the bowling was concerned, but he was the one who really set the tone. And what a spell from him. He bowled 7 overs, 2 maidens, 14 runs and 3 wickets, and that was a splendid spell, which definitely had news. And you know what he did? He started, as I said, the pitch was helping. There was very good carry, nice bounce. And besides, also the movement. He was moving the ball. He was getting the ball to move away. He was getting the ball to jag in, and that really created a lot of problems. If you look at the New Zealand score, they were bowled out for just 98 runs, with the highest scorer being Will Young with 26. And Will Young, as I said, has been having a great 2023. He has scored 1,000 runs in this calendar year, in the year 2023. But if you look at the others, I mean, looking at the way he took Henry Nicholls' wicket, where Henry Nicholls was severely tested, and then he bowled a ball where Henry Nicholls had to manufacture a stroke. He had to get a ball from the off stump because he was bowling very tightly, and that really shows that Tanzim Hussain Shakib, he's having great potential, according to me. We are going to hear a lot about Tanzim Hussain Shakib. I think he is a real prospect. And then Shariful Islam, the left armer, coming and picking up 3 wickets for 22, 3 wickets for 18 for Soumya Sarkar, who who got the highest ever total, in ODI cricket for Bangladesh by scoring 160 odd runs. And here he comes up, and he has been picking up wickets. So there has been a sort of a change in Soumya Sarkar. He is really showing himself to be a very useful all-rounder. 3 for 18 for him as returns, and Mustafizur Rahman cleaning up with the wicket. And Bangladesh, absolute cakewalk in 15 overs flat, 15.1 overs. Game was over. It was a 10-wicket victory. Yes, New Zealand won the series, but Bangladesh really came back real hard, and showing some great salvation there in bowling the Kiwis out for 98. And this is the first ever time, I'm told, that Bangladesh have ever beaten New Zealand in an ODI in New Zealand. And that is definitely something that they will always take it with them. Well, dear fans, I'm going to see. I don't think it has been a very long cricket show today. I don't have much to talk. Yes, the Australia-Pakistan test series, the first test match has already ended with Australia winning it. Pakistan seems to have a lot of injury problems. Khurram Shahzad, who was an impressive bowler, has been flown home with an injury. The Abrar Ahmed is not there, and now they are roped in Mohammad Nawaz. And I think he could be the ideal person on Australian pitches, but one has to wait and watch. Well, dear fans and subscribers, an absolute pleasure talking to you on Saturday on my cricket show, and hope you liked it, and look forward to your company tomorrow. That's on a Sunday. Till such time that happens, it's goodbye from here. Thank you.